head like he and Levi like to do, he will have the power to delete people off the board once they get into these big fights.
So the risk that you have right now for the Gigabyte Marines is that you will not be able
TSM has had time for lots of preparation as theScore gets into enemy territory with Hanser and Bjergsen right next to him. Very early, trying to steal away one of those camps, but don't exactly get away with it. Now they're going to be turning the aggro right back onto him. theScore trying to flash away, but first blood over to Gigabyte Marines. TSM go to Levi taking the blast cone over the flash. Wall. He can find the chance to go on to Hanser here, who has no way out of this one. Stark getting in a couple more auto attacks, and Levi cuts him down. Make this a 2-0 game for the Gigabyte Marines.
And this was Levi, not necessarily the wrong decision. It was just a decision that you have to be very mindful of, right? If Svenskeren gets the smite, he gets level 2, and then that goes very differently. And now bear in mind down the bottom lane.
Oh! Slay grabbing a kill onto Wild Turtle before we even see what's going on. This takes him out of the picture. Both summoner spells also going to be expended by the TSM AD carry as Levi grabs a killing spree up here in the 2v2. Optimus going to be in some danger. Bjergsen's able to pick him up. Levi failing before he can do anything else. There's not really any opportunity to being an inconsistent player so far in Spring Split. Now Bjergsen going to be jumped on again by Levi, who has shown himself to be one hell of a jungler this game. Getting Optimus his first kill of the game.
Gigabyte Marines, they find another kill. Let's see if TSM can test.
Gigabyte Marines can take this. It'll be a very nice damage boost for them. Biofrost, Sven, and Turtle looking to collapse here onto Slay, who wants to make it a 1-for-1 if he can, but it's just not going to go through. Meanwhile, Gigabyte Marines takes down that Infernal Drake. That's a trade that they will gladly.
There was no way they could provide that support, but now we see him playing mid.
Optimus eating a lot of damage, and Hanser's got it on the last tick. The Equalizer gang, more than enough to get Bjergsen on one.
It is the responsibility of the Gigabyte Marines to continue pushing this lead that they currently have, because their biggest fear is that Bjergsen gets strong enough that Optimus cannot hold him. And now we see a fight in the bottom lane.
Levi comes over the wall. Turtle going to be forced to try to get himself away from this one, but Levi goes too deep. Svenskaren's able to find one. Can he make it two? Yes, he can. A double kill for the Graves. Optimus from behind needs a little bit more damage onto Wild Turtle, who's going to be sidestepping those orbs for now, but he does go down. Biofrost trying to escape. Stark makes his way into the fight. Hanser too, who grabs the kill onto the enemy bot laner. A double kill for Optimus. Now Hanser going to be taken down. The fat man gives him the belly slop. The belly flop. It's a little bit of a sloppy fight, but Bjergsen.
Marines, they pick themselves up a number of kills, but this might not very well be over yet.
It's not over yet. Accelerated shock blast. Oh! Bjergsen with the nice flash! From TSM, Levi, Archie, and Stark now looking to make a play with Slay already here in the top side. Svenskeren going to be bursted low, going to be taken down. Hanser too, a little bit more damage will do it, and that is 2 for free for the Gigabyte Marines as Biofrost rotates up, but can't do anything with it.
Now the arrow's available.
Arrow misses, but the rest of the damage is there. Stepping away from that arrow puts him right in the waiting arms of the Strangled Thorns, as now Svenskaren's going to be taken down in retaliation, a 1-for-1. TSM finds the setup they were looking for. The Smite Secure comes in. The Marines have got themselves their second break of the game. Stark's going to be holding the line against multiple TSM, and some poor coordination almost messes that up. But now they're able to turn it into 2, and the Marines are 14-8.
A very nearly bad setup from same down the bottom lane.
Hanser being collapsed on by 2. Got to try to work his way out of this one if at all possible, but Levi's there with the damage. Stark's there with the CC, and the top laner from the Marines will go to 5 lane. Levi and Optimus trying to clear out that control ward, but Optimus gets hit, and he is going to be exploded. Wild Turtle taking the kill credit for that one, and TSM might have found their chance to maybe make some more happen here. Bjergsen popping the Ghost Blades, Svenskeren wanting to get in there, find even more damage if he can. Levi going to be kiting backwards, utilizing the triple rockets, but Archie has been left for dead. Bjergsen goes forward, and with a tumble through the air, Svenskeren is going to be the one who takes the kill credit for it. Now TSM moving. This is incredibly brave from Gigabyte Marines. They are just starting Baron up. Redemption's going to be used to keep them healthy. Baron's down to about 1/3 HP. Hanser going to fire the Equalizer. Biofrost taken low. They're trying to stay on top of Baron if they can. And Gigabyte Marines have taken Baron Nashor. Hanser now working his way into the pit. Able to find 1. Not going to be finding 2. 3 dead on TSM. They find a triple kill onto the enemy jungler, and Gigabyte Marines now have control over everything. Turtle's able to rotate top, grab the kill onto Slay. But it's a 3 versus 1 for the next 20 seconds. Further Baron push. And they're gonna do it in spectacular style. 2 dead on the side of the Marines, and TSM is quickly looking to respond to this Baron push and stop it in its tracks.
So TSM, they're saying, you know what, we can punish.
Stark takes a drink, zones Scarin away. Biofrost gonna be eating a lot of burst from Optimus, but now returns some of his own. Still gonna be kept alive, just ever so barely. More damage coming out. Levi looking to chase him down if he can. Collateral damage, not gonna be finding much of anything. But Levi finds Bio, and that makes this a 5v4. For the next full swing, trying to take down the remaining tier 2 on the map. Mid lane Inhib has respawned. Levi gonna be stunned up with the Enchanted Crystallero, but look at that damage! Haunts are gonna be going golden, trying to stay zoned, just see what he can do. Stark gonna be in the front line, soaking damage from 3 members, still staying alive somehow. Redemption will keep them alive. Turtle's gonna be taken low, somehow still going. Bjergsen's Shock Blast will take 3 low, but won't find any. And the Gigabyte Marine. That doesn't happen again. Bjergsen, if he gets caught, that is just disaster for the North American LCS representatives, and that's the truth they're dealing with. Cast beautifully knocks Biofrost and Turtle right back into their waiting arms. Levi's gonna be resetting, and Turtle's gonna be forgetting what it feels like to be alive for the next 45 seconds as Gigabyte Marines have their chance.
They have the Ziggs, they have 5 members, Captain Flowers. I think the Gigabyte Marines are well on their way to trying to end out this game.
Running it down mid right now, just trying to get that push going. The minion wave is coming up, the inhibitor's gonna be going down. Haunts are trying to escape from Levi, who will prevent him from backing and defending, and might as well just win the 1v1 in the meantime. This is Gigabyte Marines closing in on Nexus turrets. Scarin will not make this defense, and against all odds and to the surprise of you, me, and almost everyone predicting this game, Gigabyte Marines will go up to a 1-0 lead.
Woo! What a game, Captain Flowers.
If you want to make a statement as a team looking to prove yourself at the MSI 2017 play-ins, you take down TSM in game number 1 of your best-of-5 series. Gigabyte Marines came to play.
And they did it in such a way that was so enjoyable to watch. They gave of Syndra. I mean, that is her highest damage-dealing ability. You can also use your shadows to be able to dodge a lot of his CCs and stuns. And with your natural mobility, you can...
Barely getting that one out.
He's looking for a
He's
trade
dancing
too.
around. He wants to fight this. He doesn't care. Scarin now going back in with Resonating Strike. These two are going to be fighting to the death. Scarin taken low, barely getting himself away. The red buff is taken. And first blood to the Gigabyte Marines jungler. 2 games in a row, Vedius. But TSM responds in force.
This time Bjergsen says no. Well, this is not. In particular, Bjergsen flashes over the wall with the level 3 as well. But now he has no flash.
Bjergsen has double buffs though, but not for long. Levi comes back in, and Optimus is going to be given the kill. TSM's mid laner falls. Now Archie trying to get himself away from Scarin's counterattack he made. And like we said about these guys, you know they're always going to be tracking those leveling spikes. Levi in some real trouble though, going to be caught out and punished as Bjergsen grabs himself a kill. 3-2 now for TSM, 2-1 on Bjergsen. He's got 100
push mid, but Stark, he doesn't have mana, he does have flash, but no ulti.
This is going to be a very difficult situation to get away from with the 3-man collapse. Haunter needs to get himself away from the turret. He does so, and Scarin grabs the kill onto Stark, as now they'll put the pain on
towards this tower, but Haunter's already making his way down there.
Levi trying to jump onto Wild Turtle as Optimus makes his way into the fight. Death Mark is used. Mega Inferno Bomb comes in for the help. And you can see the shuriken on his head seals his fate. Biofrost is not there in time. And Levi, the blue buff bandit, I'm pretty sure he has stolen every...
An AD assassin is just to be free farming where there's no real threat. You can just go as Haunter goes.
Oh, that was very aggro. Now they're going in, looking to make even more happen if they can. Optimus goes down, and Bjergsen goes up to 3-1-2. TSM is not going to be waiting around this game. They will turn the Marines' own game plan against them.
The swift collapse coming in from Haunter, using his flash to lock down Optimus, and now they land a stun.
Now Stark, he's in trouble. Scarin able to go in, make the kick back. He dies for it. Mega Inferno Bomb comes in. Stark actually hasn't gone down yet. Biofrost in from behind, flashing forward, looking to make the move. Levi's gonna grab a double kill. Bio having to get himself away from that turret. Stark is still alive, Vedius.
But it ends up being a 2.
And TSM thinking about forcing something here. Haunter completes the teleport. Dredgeline not finding any sort of a mark, but Optimus goes down as he tries to make the play onto Wild Turtle. SvenScarin not going to be taken low, but not going to be taken down. Hauntzer is a raid boss in the middle of 3 men. Does not matter. They are able to find one. Levi's going to be caught by the stun on the very edge. Now a little bit more damage to take him out, but the shutdown over for Slay on Bjerg. 2 dead on TSM, but it's about to be 3 on the side of the Gigabyte Marines. Almost make it 4. Stark and Levi still might be looking to make some magic happen here. Levi's so very low, but Stark wants more, goes right back into the fight. TSM will escape over to Wild Turtle, who this entire time was working on that tier 1. Bjergsen 4-2-4. Very scary on this Syndra. Definitely the guy that you got to watch. Explosive Casket, Enchanted Arrow, both going to be finding nothing. Turtle in some trouble, going to be taken very low. Optimus evading some trouble with that death mark, as now he is down, but so is Sven. Gigabyte Marines trying to chase TSM away. Hauntzer tanking as long as he can, going to be forced to flash, trying to escape. A nice Glacial Fissure as Gigabyte Marines stay a little bit too close, but Slay grabs the kill onto Biofrost. Levi over the wall, cuts Turtle down, and Bjergsen goes down as 2. TSM, 1 man left alive, is just a monster. Hauntzer dropping the ulti onto Optimus, now looking to lock him down even further. Bjergsen wants the burst, but instead he's going to be bursted very low. Zhonya's Hourglass to keep himself alive. Optimus grabbing the kill with a well-placed Shuriken. TSM loses 1. Now Gigabyte Marines might lose their top laner in this bottom part of the map. Biofrost tanks up the turret long enough to make the play a success, and TSM will continue working on that tier. This game is just all over the place, Vedius. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow making its way up towards the mid lane, not going to be finding anything. Hauntzer the target, Archie not going to drop to that turret, and Optimus gets himself killed number.
So now that TSM can recollect themselves, they can reset, and the Gigabyte Marines, they need to be careful not to overextend.
Oh, speaking of overextending, Stark trying to use the cast, but SvenScarin does a good job holding on to the Resonating Strike. Stark trying to get away, but it's not happening today. SvenScarin gets himself in there, finds kill number 3. They're just trying to stop the backs, prevent anybody from interrupting Levi. Hauntzer gets himself over the wall. Optimus grabs a kill onto Sven. All right, that happened.
And now I wonder why Sven is even there.
Separating the teams. Gigabyte Marines thinking about going in for this one. Levi is a miracle worker. Stark now into the fight. Optimus in the back line with him. Redemption going to be coming down. Stark goes low, gets bursted before he can be healed. A rampage though for Optimus. Can they make this fight turn into anything else? Slay going to be having a flash away. Optimus over the wall, wants to throw in the shadow. Bjergsen taken so low. The rockets nearly finishing him off. TSM trying to get themselves out of this one. Hauntzer, the only one with any sort of a measurable health bar left, jumps back in onto Levi, but now he's isolated and he is down. TSM is going to be chased all the way. Bjergsen falls, Bio falls. Sven is going to be next as Levi continues to chase. He'll cut off the escape route as Optimus closes in.
Gigabyte, stop chasing up for the kill. Go get Baron. Go get an objective.
This is for glory, Vedius. He jumps over the wall and he's not going anywhere. Slay.
Another fight. They do it so well, and they don't lose a single member.
The team looking to prove itself on the international stage. As
and
Slay
as I say that,
hey man, he got out mechanics.
Yeah, he
Press
did.
R, win the game. Task. Levi forced to jump back. Biofrost jumping in. TSM deciding this might be where they want to fight, but Bjergsen is down! That is not the way you want to make a fight happen. TSM going to be jumped on. Optimus into the fight. Wild Turtle taken low. Hauntzer on the back line. Redemption comes in, and Hauntzer will not find anything. Levi again going to be occupying 3, and Gigabyte Marines take down 4.
Unbelievable teamfight win from the Gigabyte Marines. They get themselves 4 kills, and Captain Flowers, I think they're going to take game 2.
Gigabyte Marines are looking to push this to match point against TSM in round 2 of the MSI play-ins. Biofrost will try to defend, but 1 versus 5 as Braum? I don't think so. 2-0, Gigabyte Marines.
What a game.
Listen to that crowd.
You know, like, at first, people are like, all right, TSM, they lose the first game, it happens. They were a little bit too overzealous. They tried to make too many plays happen, and fair play to the Gigabyte Marines, they punished very well.
Right.
Game something a little bit more utility-based, it seems. Now, he did bring out Zilean on day 1 of the play-ins. This goes against the typical playstyle that he is used to, but it puts
Biofrost and Turtle recognize what's coming. Levi slides in, eats a lot of damage though, having to flash away. Turtle with first blood! Now Slay and Archie can't really find anything else.
Ask for a better start. Double buff as the action continues in mid.
When asked for a better start, this might be one, except, yes it is. Svenskeren, he misses the Sonic Wave, but they still have the setup they need
to soak up some of it, but largely this is not going well. And Stark!
Okay! Stark's just gonna be slapped around. He got to play this role the past couple of games. Now Haunter's on
the stuns coming out from Optimus, realizing that if he walks into it, that's going to be his life gone. And again, the pressure continues in the top lane.
Oh! Haunter has had enough.
Trade along with Svenskeren looking for a dive down bot.
Svenskeren wants to make this one happen. Gets the kick onto Slay, who is just going to be destroyed. Wild Turtle grabbing the kill on that one, going up to 2-0. As TSM will take...
TSM have just naturally a massive experience advantage, and it continues up in the top lane.
Meanwhile, top lane, I don't even know what to say about that one. Haunter with his third solo kill! The man is running wild! Very, very scary right now. Optimus and Slay trying to get their fancy feet on, dodge away from some skill shots. Turtle gonna be in some trouble and deleted. Just a little bit too far forward.
Wouldn't be a TSM game if Wild Turtle didn't get caught.
If Wild Turtle
advantage, they have the gold advantage. And there, going over time.
Very nice combo from Haunter. Resilient save gonna be big though as Haunter gets chain CC'd and can't do anything about it. Nice turnaround from Gigabyte Marines.
So, this time round, Gigabyte Marines
all the time, go, 110%. 1-0 and 1 on the Lee Sin. Best performance yet. Bjergsen though, caught out, bursted down, no way out of there. Kill credit goes over to Levi. That's his first one of the game.
So Gigabyte Marine.
And that's kind of where Haunter is. I mean, with the lead that he currently has over his lane opponent, it's only going to be scarier as Optimus uses the ulti on himself, and Turtle knows to let that expire before finding the last auto attack to take him down.
Oh, I like the patience there from Turtle. He knew that Optimus wasn't getting out. And he walks away. Scot-free, without even taking that much damage. Now the arrow lands on a Bjerg.
Oh, Bjergsen, again going to be locked down, but Optimus is out of there. Cannot even chrono break himself. Nice catch from TSM, along with another 2-2.
The red buff area of Gigabyte Marines. This could be Stark dying once more.
Uh-oh, Stark. He has to pop the ulti just to try to stay alive. And flash. And he's still dead. Oh!
Brutal.
Oh, it's gotta hurt. 4-1 and 1.
On spot out the Baron, but I don't even think there's much that the Gigabyte Marines can do about it because they're going to have to face check Haunter.
Svenskeren and Turtle are essentially just dueling this. Levi wants to get in over the wall, but instead he's just going to be killed. He will come back through that chrono shift, but not in time to get in there as Svenskeren secures Baron. Haunter goes over the wall, and he is just going to 1v2 these guys all day long. Grabbing the kill onto that Gigabyte Marines Graves, and now looking to make it the Zillion 2. Svenskeren comes in, grabs himself the kill. And that's 2 plus Baron. He's so strong in this game right now. And that's going to be pretty much all she wrote. They take down the top lane inhibitor turret, take down the top lane inhibitor. Mantra Inspire is going to keep this team as strong as humanly possible. Levi now back alive. Stark going to be juggling around. Svenskeren able to go in, find the kick backwards onto Slay, who's going to escape for now. Turret destroyed though. Wild Turtle pouring some damage back into the fight. The Nexus now down below half. Slay going to be dropping next. And ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to Game 4.
I was not expecting the Game 4 to come in this order.
No.
But I, in some ways, was expecting it to happen. TSM with an exceptionally clean game.
Yeah.
Not only did they punish the mistakes of Levi down in the bottom lane, but they also built their own advantages. For the standard stuff, Nami is absolutely fine into the Karma. But yeah, I think that this Fizz pick is definitely a big risk. During the early laning phase, it is really
behind still compared to Haunter.
Oh, here we go.
As the mid lane play happens, Bjergsen's going to be bursting low, flashing away. Does not matter. The damage between a Fizz and a Graves is way too much. Bjergsen spins
his death. Now, bear in mind, he does have the flash available. So look at where Levi, he's just about to pick up his red buff. I think Svenskeren. Oh! Stark!
Okay. Stark says, remember last game?
And then Stark is like, the belly bop slam!
Just instantly sees that opportunity and takes it. Meanwhile, Bjergsen again going to be jumped on, tries to go for the shockwave play onto Levi to make it a 1-for-1, but cannot do it. Svenskeren coming in there trying to mop this up if he can. Biofrost looking to make the play onto Levi, manages to burn him down, but now Sven and Bio both going to be caught up in the bubble. That arrow doesn't find anyone. It's a 1-4 game.
TSM go top lane.
Svenskeren kicking Stark back as he makes his body slam forwards, trying to stay on top of him long enough to get something happening here. A shockwave to seal his fate, and Svenskeren will grab TSM their second kill of the game. Meanwhile, Infernal Drake was taken by Gigabyte Marines on the other end of the map.
With the wave clear of Caitlyn Karma, they can actually defend this tower and come out ahead of the play. But when you have a Graves, the ability to siege that tower is so much stronger. The Optimus might go for the all-in.
Going for it and finding it. Turtle is out of there. Optimus now going to be locked down a little bit by Bio as Hanser makes his way into the fight. Going to be juggling him around and smacking him down. Shutdown credit goes over to Bio, who's 2-1-0 on that move from the Gigabyte Marines. And TSM can't defend it now. Hanser trying to go back into this. I don't know if that was a decision he wants to stick by as he's juggled back into the team. Not a good death, the TSM top laner.
Yeah, now, bear in mind,
Optimus rotating over. That's going to go well for them too, as Stark dies in the bottom lane, but it's the mid lane inhibitor turret that's now being knocked down by the Gigabyte Marines. TSM trying to come and collapse on this in time, but that is now an exposed inhib. Gigabyte Marines getting the better of the rotations here.
And they're continuing with the chase. Biofrost goes in.
Nice flash over the wave to keep himself in range, get some extra damage down. But the Marines have disengaged for now. Hanser making his way into the fight. Dredgeline going to be flashed away from too. Hanser looking for a little bit more. Flashes forward. Riptide into the auto attack into the lockdown as Optimus has been behind the rest of TSM, and he finds the kill on the Turtle as the shockwave makes the kill. 2 fish down as Levi comes back into the fight looking to finish off Bjerg, but it is not going to happen today. Stark now trying to fight 1 versus 2 against the remainder of TSM.
Big wide window that TSM needed in order to get this objective.
Stark's got to be some kind of a hero here if he wants to stop it. And a hero he will be! Bjergsen forced to run back, keeping himself alive now with the shield. Stark gets a kill onto 1, but he stops the Baron.
And Optimus perhaps caught between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Svenskeren kicks Optimus away, but now eats a lot of burst from Levi. Turtle, oh no! That was an interactive gameplay experience.
Down the river, take the safe route as the arrow hits on the Bio.
Uh-oh, speaking of why are you there, Biofrost going to be eating a lot of damage on this one. Wave comes out, Bio still knocked back. Levi making his way into the fight. Bjergsen throwing the shockwave on himself, but it's not enough, and 2 fall on TSM. Gigabyte Marines, now remember they've got this inhibitor exposed. Actually trying this?
This is risky.
Okay, Gigabyte Marines, they want to end this game. Monster's got to stop them somehow. Slay going to be knocked up. The damage coming through. Svenskeren looking to finish him off. He does successfully do so. Turtle is killed on spawn, but the rest of the Marines have been routed. Stark and Levi have to try to leave this one, but Hanser with the lockdown, and Sven is here trying to stay on top of Stark. They managed to get all 4. Now can they get Stark too? He stopped the Baron last time. They don't want to see it happen.
And this is going to give them the lead to get them back into this game.
That looked real scary for a second for TSM, but now an overextension by the Gigabyte Marines puts TSM back in a better spot than they were to begin with. And inhibitor down to half, down to a third, down to a quarter. Adios. The last auto attack does it. Stark finds his way into the fight. Hanser going to be soaking up the fish, though. A nice shockwave onto 2. Slay's going to be chased down by the ulti. Turtle falls to Optimus. Slay still alive. Optimus Zonia's trying to get himself out of this one. Hanser looking to chase him down. A little bit more damage will do it. Stark's going to be going down next. 3 dead on the side of Gigabyte Marines. And TSM might just be able to make it happen here.
They have the Baron-empowered minions. They have the teleport from Hanser. Only Optimus and Archie is left to stop them. TSM, they're going to bring us to a game 5.
Hanser coming back into the fight. Svenskeren keeping Optimus away. They've got to just burn these turrets down. Archie's going to be going to, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going to the final match as TSM will take down Gigabyte Marines and tie this sucker up. Listen to that crowd. Hometown or not, they know the words. TSM evening things up 2-2, and taking the Gigabyte Marines to the final match of this series. This one's for all the marbles.
Oh yeah, yes it is. And TSM, while they may have been...
So, okay. All right. You got me. Honestly, I'd say that
one of the big discussion points that we had with a lot of the teams in the play-ins, which is that they don't have a good grasp on how to trade turrets. And this is why the Gigabyte Marines are a step above. It's Turtle.
Oh, Wild Turtle, no! He drops this time. No summoner spells to keep himself alive. When's he gonna learn?
Past. And the all-in power of this Gigabyte Marine squad as they go on to Biofrost.
Ooh, Biofrost putting himself a little far forward. Gonna be taken down by the Gigabyte Marines as now Archie might be in some similar trouble. He drops. Stark comes into the fight. Redemption gonna be used. Stark taken very, very low, but not low enough to actually drop.
Great for the Gigabyte Marines. Think about like what it would mean to beat down TSM as Stark now getting engaged on.
More damage coming through from Bjergsen. Probably wants to find at least one more orb. Goes for the ulti. Stark gonna be brought very low. Biofrost and Bjerg still looking to chase this one down, and Flame gonna be sidestepped. As Levi makes his way into the fight, Biofrost gets himself destroyed as Stark turns on the burners and grabs the kill into Bjergsen. Svenskeren now going to be caught out. Stark goes down. Haunter's able to grab one kill. Might be able to find two. Dashing back over the wall, slicing and dicing, but he is going to be cooked up real quick. Optimus and Slay turn around, grabbing the kill onto him, and 4 die on the side of the crazy. As TSM goes away, Svenskeren flashes.
Oh my god!
Oh man, he actually goes in for the fight and he gets everything done. Haunter now coming in from behind on top of Levi, cuts him down, make it even more, sings sayonara as Optimus cannot do anything. A double kill for Bjerg and 4 dead bodies on the side of the Gigabyte Marines.
Unbelievable fight from Team Solo.
In game number 5, he goes godlike. What a hero play from TSM's jungler. Every missed Lee Sin kick.
We will fight you, and we are ready.
TSM tie the game up, and now Turtle in some danger, having to try to escape from this one. Optimus going to be forced to pop that Zhonya's. Bjergsen likely going to be taken down here, but they trade him away for Slay. 1 for 1 so far. Optimus barely walking away from this one, but they keep their more damage into this one. Gigabyte Marines, although the game is tied 7-7 in terms of kills, they are on their back foot for now. Svenskeren going to be caught out. A good punish, a good catch opportunity here. Juggled back, the redemption cannot save him, but Haunter is in the fight, gets one in return, but he's going to be taken down. That is a huge pickup for the Marines as they go 3 for 1.
They end up losing the tower, but the
Gigabyte in these fights. As now Haunter puts himself in a spot trying to solo out Stark, but this isn't really going to be much of a solo attempt for long. Haunter goes just way too ham, puts himself in a spot where he can almost take down 2, but almost taken down 2 is worse than definitely taken down 1. TSM now have to try to stop Gigabyte Marines from taking that Baron. Equalizer comes down. Haunter might be in some trouble. Bjergsen going to be using the Zhonya's to survive the fish. Turtle tries to shift forward. Haunter's going to be taken down, but they trade him away for Stark. It's 1 for 1. Archie taking some damage in the backline. Optimus still looking to find the damage onto Turtle if he can. Zhonya's Hourglass keeping himself alive. A double kill for Bjergsen. Now he's going to get himself away. Slay takes the kill into Svenskeren. It's a 2 for 2 as both sides.
Optimus trying to clean up the backline, but I think Gigabytes can get themselves the Elder Drake.
Gigabyte Marines onto Elder Drake. True Shot Barrage does not steal it away. It was a decent effort. But Levi and Monster popping the ulti very, very early here. Fighting back against Optimus, getting some very nice damage down on that one. Stark still looking to burn him away if he can. More TSM reinforcements are coming in. Haunter looking to make the play, and he's got the flash into the stun. Now Optimus getting back. That's 1 for 0. TSM still trying to stay on top of Baron if they can. They've got it down below half. Daisy's going to be used to buy some time for as long as possible. Baron is staying aggroed, but he's just not being hurt. The TSM damage threats are focusing their effort over onto the Gigabyte Marines, and Archie is going to be dropping first. Daisy's still alive. Bjergsen going to be using the Zhonya's, escaping away from the fish yet again, and Baron will go to TSM.
TSM play the calm, cool game as they slowly...
TSM. Haunter's going to be providing peel, keeping everybody else away. Archie's not going to be allowed to walk up like that, and Baron is secured, no contest. TSM moving down towards that Elder Drake that's now going to be spawning. For the second time this game, and the fight breaks out. Levi going to be taken very low. The damage coming through, the stun over the wall. Archie is down. And TSM has found themselves one. Can they make it two? Equalizer going to be burning, but it does not matter. Here they come, TSM, trying to get themselves this win. Unstoppable for Bjergsen. It's a 3 versus 5, and the Marines are going to have to find a miracle. Optimus is able to get one, almost able to make it two. The Zhonya's hourglass, he does get the second. Now can he get himself out? Playful Trickster will not be enough, and Levi and Flay will have to hold this somehow. They pop the GA on Hanser. Turtle jumping into the fight. Flay going to be kept alive. Levi can't say the same. TSM pushing on to the Nexus turrets. Number 1 is done. The double kill for Turtle, and TSM completes the reverse sweep. North American fans breathe a collective sigh of relief.
And so did TSM, look at them. That is not the faces of a team that demolished their opponents. That is the team that looks so relieved to find that series win over the Gigabyte Marines.
And if you're Gigabyte Marines, you can't even feel bad walking away from this one, because this is a team that, like we said going into this, for North America, for the NALCS, and for the LMS, the 2 regions that were sent to the play-in stage after normally being considered one of the big 5, your goal coming in here is to make a statement, to say, look, we don't belong in the play-ins, just give us the direct invite next time. TSM is relieved to get out of that series from the Gigabyte Marines with a 3-2. TSM is relieved to have defeated them as opponents, and the Gigabyte Marines have shown that they are indeed a team that can hang with some of the best out there.
Gigabyte Marines, they showed their stuff, but as the series went on,